Is the party over for P. Diddy? Before the charges, Combs was hip-hop royalty. Grammy trophies as mantle decor, a $900 million brand empire, private islands where the parties blurred into legend. Every scandal felt like mere tabloid static, settled, silenced, or spun away by armies of lawyers and PR wizards. What does it look like inside a freak-off party? Invitation only. Phones surrendered at the door. A hotel suite stripped of lamps so hidden cameras had clear lines of sight. Couriers delivered party favors, code-labeled pills, pre-rolled blunts, and cases, yes cases, of baby oil and lube, more than 1,000 bottles later seized in a federal raid. Male and female sex workers were flown in business class, their photos pre-selected and filed in a binder Cassie kept under her bed, just in case she forgot anyone's face after the OD'd haze of a 4-day session. When the last song faded and the strangers left, Combs collected the memory cards and locked them in a steel case. But tapes don't stay buried forever. Cassie walked into court 8 months pregnant, a loose maternity dress disguising none of the tremor in her voice. She told jurors the threat was simple: leave me and I'll leak the videos. Say a word and I'll make you look like a slut. She'd already seen him do it, playing footage on a laptop in first class, volume high, passengers glancing over. She remembered staring at the carpet, praying for the seatbelt sign to blink. That humiliation, she said, kept her locked in a decade-long cycle of cocaine-fueled segs marathons, bruises covered by makeup, and premieres attended with sunglasses hiding fresh black eyes. An elevator's quiet chime in Century City set off a chain of violence that surveillance cameras immortalized, exposing the brutal edge behind Sean Diddy Combs' platinum-coated empire. As Cassie stepped toward the elevator clutching 2 overnight bags, cameras caught her pressing the down button. Combs burst from the suite in a towel and colored socks, fists clenched, one blow then another, the hoodie twist, the drag back toward the room. A hotel guard named Israel Flores testified Combs slipped him a crumpled $100, muttering, "Handle it." Flores refused and recorded everything. Jurors watched the unedited 15-minute clip in stunned silence. The hallway punch replayed on the big screen, synced this time to Cassie's testimony. She described begging to leave between sessions, needing to reach a press premiere. The punch, she said, was punishment for trying to escape. Jurors watched the frame where her body crumpled, her bag scattering like broken promises. Federal statutes flashed across the prosecution's slideshow. 18 U.S.C. 1591. Force, threats, and coercion. They argued the blow wasn't just assault. It was the physical seal on years of psychological captivity. Defense counsel objected, overruled. Cassie's cross-examination should have been the defense's chance to sow doubt. Instead, she delivered a gut punch. "He said he'd leak every tape unless I kept participating." The prosecution lit up. Extortion in a single sentence. Defense lawyers countered with a bar fight anecdote hinting at mutual violence. They spun freak-offs as adventurous kink among consenting adults. If fear writes the contract, is any yes really yes? Should Combs fall, the sentence could eclipse 25 years. Civil suits, more than 24 already filed, wait in line like dominoes. Streaming platforms debate pulling his catalog. C-Rock reconsiders his legendary partnership. Music executives whisper about their own past legendary parties, panicked that someone kept the tapes. In the Me Too-scarred industry of 2025, power no longer guarantees silence, only scrutiny. Even if a single holdout juror balks, public opinion has turned. The question now isn't whether Diddy's empire survives. It's who else gets dragged out of the shadows with him. Years ago, Combs rapped that he won't stop, can't stop. In court, that lyric echoed like a warning instead of a boast. The prosecution stitched a narrative of pleasure turned prison, fame turned fear, and cameras turned chains. The defense gambled on doubt and mutual excess. Somewhere in a locked evidence closet, the hard drives wait, silent witnesses that never forget what the lights recorded. When the verdict lands, we'll find out whether an empire built on beats can survive the beatdown of truth. Until then, ask yourself, if power buys your silence, what does it cost to speak? I'll be here with the next update that could change hip-hop history forever, so smash that like button and subscribe if you like the vibe by Clyde.